Sorry about that, man. Mic issue. So obviously that mic is a full on break, man. That mic is a flipping full on break. So hopefully we can get you guys back here again, man. So look, man. That's the thing, man. This is called hashtag no excuses. Hashtag no excuses, because you know what? I feel that this World Cup, more than any other, is a World Cup where we are going to separate the fakes from the reals, where we have to separate the fakes from the reals, because really it's all on, man. Well, it's time to go fully in. It is time to go all in, man. It is time to go all in, and there is literally no time to play. Um, Senegal, look, man. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. But you just have to know how to originate with them. That's the key thing. You have to know how to originate with these guys. Remember, guys, the hashtags that we're using right now, the only way that we operating, hashtag we live football, hashtag no excuses. Those are the two key hashtags that we're rolling with. Hashtag we live football, hashtag no excuses. Those are the two main hashtags we are rolling with right now. Okay, this is the main hashtag that we're rolling with right now, because this is called the determinants. It's called the determinants. So this World Cup is big. This World Cup is big because this World Cup, I have to expose the fakes. We have to expose the fakes. No time for hiding. Messi, I'm giving you zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. You have to win it. You must carry that trophy. Anything less than victory, you have failed. Cristiano, you have to lift that trophy. Anything less, you have failed. It's real. I don't care about your Euros. I don't care about your Champions Leagues. I don't care about your leagues. This is it. This is the trophy that means more than anything. This is the last final frontier. Anything else, I don't want to hear anything. It's how we roll. How we're rolling. I repeat, hashtag we live football, hashtag no excuses. Russia. Look, man, do you know what would be? Because the thing that I'm afraid right now is, if Russia were to lose that game against Saudi Arabia, because if they're not careful and they lose that game, it could be bad. It could be bad by the same word. If they're not careful and they lose that game, it could get really bad. So, and I just think, for the sake of the tournament, for the very sake of the tournament, I feel that Russia just have. I think if Russia have a great performance, so not for Saudi Arabia, because you people still want Saudi Arabia to do well, but I think as the host nation, if they have like an amazing performance and they just really win emphatically, that will light up because it will sift through. Because even if it's like a board draw, doesn't mean that everything will be a board draw. But if Russia, they just go crazy and it's an open, entertaining game, I think it will affect the Egypt Uruguay game. And it may even put pressure on the Egypt Uruguay game, because the guys are like, man, we have to react to this. We have to win this game. Because a draw will suit us. It will suit Russia, who would have won. So, but same thing with Saudi Arabia. If Saudi Arabia win that game and they do it emphatically, it will put pressure on Egypt and Uruguay. So, and as I said in my preview, Russia have to be positive. A defensive, careful approach. Like, as the host nation, that's not how that's not how you can roll. You have to play with, like, when you're the host nation, you have to play with heart. It is all about heart. All about heart. As a host nation, nothing else. All about heart. It's true. You have to play with full on heart, man. So, but yeah, man. Look, but again, just back to the whole Spain thing, man. We will know Spain's state of mind. I mean, it's complicated because I was going to say we will know Spain's state of mind in that Portugal game. You know, that's what we will know. So that is where will potentially see what Spain's thingy of mind is. So that's look, Levi, that's too much to go through. So don't just assume that Spain are gonna lose, man. Don't just assume that Spain are gonna lose. So that's the thing. Don't just assume that Spain are gonna lose. I don't think it's gonna really affect them that much. I don't think it's going to affect them that much, man. So, as I said again, I think this will give them a lot of hope and impetus to say, you know what, let's really try and do this. Because remember, Sergio Ramos is a huge personality, and I think this is what separates Spain from France, because France may have amazing talents, like some of the best young talents out there, but what Spain have are two things: leadership and character. I think in a dude like Sergio Ramos, you've got leadership and you've got character. You've got both of those facets in spades, just in Sergio Ramos, because Sergio Ramos has leadership. He is a leader, and he's got incredible character. Like there are very few players today who have more character on more leadership skills than Sergio Ramos, and I think for Sergio Ramos, he will play a crucial role. But see, now I don't agree with what Abdul was saying because Abdul again, I don't know. Some things that some of these guys say is crazy. Even if Abdul is a superb for footballing man, sometimes we just disagree on things. And I disagreed with his sentiments because he said that international football is easy, it's not that hard. Club football is it's far harder. And he says that Spain can easily just coach themselves to win the World Cup. I was like, um, okay. Um, France 2010. That's a pretty talented team. They tried to coach themselves, i.e., Ribery tried to coach the team. They couldn't even make it past the groups. And Spain, more than most, like Brazil are a team who can somewhat coach them than themselves. Spain are dependent on coaching. Like Spain's dominance from 08 to 2012, a lot of that came down to coaching because their system was incredibly tactical. Incredibly tactical about where they stand positionally, passing, the triangles, the spacings, the movement. It was incredibly tactical. So Del Bosque needs a lot of credit for those victories because it was a very, very carefully detailed system that they had. So coaching for Spain is very important, and football doesn't work that way. See, Brazil are the only team where it can. Brazil are the only team who can somewhat, not fully, but somewhat coach themselves. There's no other team apart from Brazil. There's no other team apart from Brazil that can coach themselves to win a flipping World Cup. Like, no, sorry, no. Don't worry, yeah, I removed Zep, like the guy which just start talking crap. That's an interesting one. From Calby, player of the tournament. I mean, who is going to shine? For me, I'm expecting Falcao to do stuff. I think Batshuayi is going to. I think if Martinez is smart, drop Lukaku. I think Batshuayi could do some stuff. For me, I am again. Look, man, Hazard, you need to prove to me. I think De Bruyne is going to have a big tournament. Whether that'll be enough to take a Belgian fight, I don't know, but I believe De Bruyne is going to have a big tournament. I think Neymar will do some bits for sure. Who else? Who else? If he plays, man, Draxler can do. So, the guys, Draxler, please. I think I put this as go on YouTube and look at Draxler's dribble in the Confederations Cup against Mexico. This guy's ability is insane. There has never, ever in the history of German football been a player with Draxler's footballing ability. Like this guy's footballing ability, his dribbling, what he can do on the ball is insane. Absolutely insane. So I think Draxler's gonna do. I think Mbappe could ride. Usman Dembele could ride. They won't win it, but I think two of those guys could ride. Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think. So I think those are the main guys that I think will. I think De Gea could have a big tournament. I think De Gea could have a big tournament. Potentially Sule could maybe put in a name as to why he would be a defender to look at towards the future. Varane. I think Varane would have learned a lot from Sergio Ramos and would be able to take the opponents and say, look, man, let's ride. I'm looking at Marcelo because I think Marcelo wants to right the wrong of 4 years ago. So he wants to be like, you know what? I want to put that darkness out of there and focus on some goodness. So just put the darkness of what happened to us back there from before. Oh, sugar. So is that confirmed? Salah is out for the Uruguay game. That's a huge miss, man. That is a huge plus for Uruguay. So Uruguay definitely are almost, I wouldn't say overwhelming, but I would now say that Uruguay are now strong favorites to win that game. Because I think Egypt are still good, man. Let's be real. Egypt are still a very good technical team. But I think Salah is that icing on the cake that they really need. Really that icing on the cake that they really need, man. So, but yeah, man, look, this guys, I told you this World Cup is about no excuses. I'm going to take no excuses no more. Like, I'm tired of, he doesn't have a great team. He needs more help. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm tired of that stuff, man. Get it done. Get it done. If you don't get it done, don't talk to me. I'm not in the excuses game. I'm in the results game. I'm in the results business. I'm about that trophy. I'm about the gold medal. You don't win silver, you lose gold. It's all about winning. That's all that matters. Anything else is irrelevant. Anything else is completely and utterly irrelevant. And yes, I don't know whether I'm going to watch the Nigeria-Croatia game. I'll be real with you. I don't know whether I'm going to watch that Nigeria-Croatia game. It's very iffy. It is very, very iffy for me whether I'm going to watch that Nigeria-Croatia game. God, I don't. So like all this whole fashion stuff with the Nigerians, like I've got no time for that stuff, man. At all. No. Like Germany definitely can't coach themselves. Germany are a team who are 100% dependent on instructions and coaching. Sorry, Brazil are the only team, club or country-wise, that can coach themselves because that's just the Brazilian mentality. 2000, so yeah, you give Scolari some credit, but they pretty much coach themselves. 1994, they pretty much coach themselves because they just know how to just operate, because Brazil just operates on a whole different plateau. They're the only team that know how to do so. Let's see. Most, dark horses, man. Underrated teams, man. I think Colombia are underrated. Because I think I read somewhere, I'm seeing some people saying that Poland and Senegal are going to go through. Because for me, I feel that if Colombia, they top that group, and Colombia should be able to beat England. And I'll be real with you. If we have a Colombia-Belgium second round, I expect Colombia to beat Belgium. Sue me. Sue me. If there's a Colombia-Belgium second round, I expect Colombia to beat Belgium. Like, don't sleep. I think people are sleeping on Belgium, so fine. Okay, I think they are the strongest dark horses. Because remember, James Rodriguez plays far better for Colombia. They have Cuadrado. They've got Carlos Bacca. Falcao, a quality bona fide finisher. They've got a strong team. There's physicalness. There is speed there. They know how to play together, and they know how to really attack you and really overwhelm you if need be. And they work really well together. And I think Peckerman has been the coach of these guys for a while now. So he was the coach back in 2014. He's the coach now. And I think having that kind of consistency definitely is a strong asset to have with regards to chemistry. Now, this is a bold claim. So, Captain Levi's page says that half up, I'm calling it Portugal versus Brazil final, and Portugal will win it, and Cristiano will retire. Look, man, I tell you, man, Cristiano's not winning that World Cup, man. It's not happening. I can almost pretty much nearly guarantee that Portugal are not winning the World Cup. Or rather, Cristiano is not winning that World Cup. It's not happening. No way. So let's see whatever you guys say. No, Draxler isn't the German Hazard. Draxler is just an amazing. For me, Draxler is different from Hazard. Like Draxler plays. Basically, Draxler wouldn't be out of place in the Brazilian front line. That's the thing. Hazard might be. Because I think Hazard still plays like a European. You know, Draxler plays like a South American. Draxler's psychology is Brazilian. Like I told you, just look at reels of Draxler. When you look at some of the dribbles this guy is doing, he's doing step overs, shimmies, drag backs. So his psychology and mentality is Brazilian. Hence why I don't think Germany or Love really appreciates what kind of player that they have. You know, because for a guy like Draxler, that is a guy that can be very, very useful. Very useful in just opening guys up. And if I'm a manager, for Draxler, I say, look, man, bro, do you. We give you the ball. If you have that space, just dismember the defense because you've got the ability. You've got that ability. You just got this amazing Brazilian-like quality ability to really just do crazy skills. And what I say to guys is that, guys, if you're in a tight game, you can't keep passing. Sometimes an individual needs to just take the ball, look up to the defender, and try to beat them. That's how you create space. Sometimes the way you create space is having that one-on-one and beating that one man. So the pass may not be able to open, which is why that flipping tic-tac-toe Spanish name just pissed me off, man. I mean, this is what's it called? Adam Nipes. What's the group that you're most excited to watch? For guys, Group H is going to be lit. Group H is going to be lit. Because Japan, okay, like I know a lot of Japanese guys that say, look, Japan, like no hope, but still they pose a threat. But Group H, you've got three tough teams. Like those games, I mean, Senegal, Poland against Colombia against Senegal, Colombia against Poland. Those games are going to be, guys, man. I can't wait. Guys, thank the Lord for football. Everybody needs to just thank the Lord for football. I can't wait. For football is sweet. Football is sweet. That's why I just pray that this World Cup doesn't flop. I have this funny feeling that this World Cup is going to be flop. I have a funny feeling that we are hyping this so much. The World Cup song was a bit iffy that it's going to flop. So I just pray that it doesn't flop because, guys, man, look, man, who knows about Uruguay? Speaking of Uruguay, or rather Uruguay, they said that in the country, each time that Uruguay play a match, no score. That's crazy. Why didn't that happen for me when I was in school? And it's very. I think if everybody does what they do, and if Cavani actually puts the ball in the net, and I think if Cavani and the Cannibal are clinical, Uruguay could surprise a lot of people. But let's be real right now. Let's do the maths. Whether Uruguay finish top or they finish second, most likely they're facing either Spain or Portugal. I'm not sure Uruguay can beat Spain. I'm not sure that Uruguay can beat Portugal. I'm not sure. They can't. Maybe they could, but I doubt it. It's doubtful. It's going to be a close game. I can tell you again. Group H is the group. Group H is the flipping group. That is the main group. Although, who knows what Morocco can do, man, or what Iran can do? Like Iranians are insulting me. They're saying you're disrespecting me. Okay, fair enough. Because Morocco are a good team. Look. Yeah, people talk about peril. I mean, let's look at that thing. Denmark are good. Like Peru are a solid team and they're a tough nut to crack. But I believe between Ericsson and Sisto, I expect Denmark to beat Peru. I expect Denmark to cause France more problems than Peru. See, I think France maybe would find it hard to break down Peru, and I think France would probably draw with Peru. But I think Denmark have a better chance to beat France. So France can definitely easily score against Denmark. But I think Denmark can actually have a better chance to really score, create chances, and actually get goals against France than Peru would. So I think for like Peru are good. Like basically, that game, Denmark Peru is going to be crucial. That is going to be a very crucial game. Denmark against Peru. I think whoever wins, if there's a winner of that between Denmark and Peru, that will pretty much be a determinant of who goes into the next round with France. Oh shit! I just fuck. No, so sorry. I was yeah. Shit. Yeah, I was just looking at the whole Group C, Group D thing because if France goes for Denmark, goes for then. Oh no, no, but look, that's just well. No, look, that's I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. Um, Hammers to be top scorer. I'm not sure about that, man. See, guys, look, man. Senegal are the most talented side, but I watched them in the Nations Cup against Cameroon. And Cameroon, okay, Cameroon were alright in the Nations Cup, but I thought Senegal, based on the talents, they should have won that Nations Cup. But I just saw some things in their performance against Cameroon that Nations Cup that just gave me doubts. That's why I went with Poland and the Polish nuke showing up and Colombia to win that. I'm still pretty confident that Colombia win that group. And look, me more than anybody, I would really love for Senegal to do well. But I'm not sure whether that's going to happen, man. I'm just being real, man. Um, and look, and that's the thing. I look with France, man. Huge mistake not taking Benzema. I thought they should have taken Kozuma as well because he wasn't the reason why they got relegated. So I still thought that they should have definitely taken him for Shoma. So look, so we've got 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left, man. So yeah, man. Giroud can't win you a World Cup, and even if France have some quality there, for sure, in midfield, I can't rely on Griezmann to win me a World Cup. I mean, Griezmann did flop at Euro 2016. He did flop, and it was him losing the ball that led to that play with Portugal getting off the ball to Eder to score that G. Hugo Lloris is trash. Like Hugo Lloris is trash, and that's the captain. So your captain and the number one keeper is trash. He's a borderline class A brick. So and the annoying thing is that if France had, let's say, Mandanda or Ariola as a keeper, he had Kotsuma alongside Varane, and he had Benzema as a main striker, France can win the World Cup. A frontline of Benzema, Mbappe, Griezmann, or Benzema, Mbappe, Dembele, that is a frightening front line. That's a frightening front line that can do some serious damage. And I think 4 years on, I think they get strong because they were good. They looked real good with Benzema in 2014. So 4 years on, learning with more experience, my gosh, then they can definitely win it. So you messed up. You're not winning Jack with Giroud as your main striker, man. It's not happening. Um, People don't assume Portugal. I basically the worst thing Portugal can do is to now underestimate Spain because of what has happened. That would be the biggest mistake. If anything, Portugal should actually be even more fearful because right now Spain may just be like boom, maybe even stronger than they would have been. So this may make them a much more dangerous opponent because they've now be a lot mentally stronger. So people are being way too reactionary. I mean, they still have quality. Okay, the coach has gone, but the quality is still there. And I think Hierro, him being smart, Hierro will be like, okay, I may have some different ideas to Loptigi, but Hierro will be like, all right, what have you guys been doing for the past year? Okay, not the past week. What have you guys been doing or learning for the past year? All right, we're going to stick to this. But during the game, I may bring some different ideas, slightly different ideas that Lopetegui wouldn't bring in. Maybe even some training, I'll bring in some different things. But more than not, 95% we're going to stick to what this dude did because it is too late to drastically change a year's work, a year's good work with great results. So, and Hero, he knows that. So Hero knows that, look, I can't bring my ego to this and say, no, we must do things my way. No, we have to try and get Spain to win this World Cup. So, all right, what we're doing has been working. What we've been doing has made many people favorites to win this. Stick to it. And I will just try and coach the best I can in game and make those small changes. Who the hell said Portugal and Saudi Arabia have the same? Oh my God! Look, man, that I mean, people are mad, man. And guys, look, man. Do you believe in Neymar to carry Brazil? People keep saying, okay, I'm doing this because I want to sort of like protect Neymar and everything. Look, sorry, Neymar is my guy. But I don't know, man. Talent-wise, he has it. Easy. Talent-wise, he has it. But just something just has me thinking that, I don't know whether Neymar has that character about him. I don't know whether he has that specific character about him that really makes him that thing, I don't know whether he has done it. I really don't. Hence why that's why this World Cup, I think, hopefully, will act as a reveal of who's who. Who's who? Like for me, the Champions League doesn't really reveal anything. The World Cup shows you who are the real true individuals. Like I have a huge respect for Forlan. It doesn't matter what Forlan did at United or whatever. What Forlan did in 2010, I was like, nah, this is a real guy. This is a real guy. Because that guy literally carried that team. Uruguay had they had no business getting to the semifinals of the World Cup. Remember, this was a baby Cannibal, a baby Cavani. The most experienced guy, older guy that they looked towards was Forlan. So this is 2010, 8 years ago. So Godin was even still just like on the come up. So what Forlan did in the World Cup was like, because if you ball and you operate at a World Cup, so that's what I told you, I don't mess with Robin. Don't mess with Arian. Because he had bricklayers in 2014, and Robin almost carried them all the way. He almost carried them all the way. Like, sorry, what Robin did in 2024, I said, nah. Don't mess with Robin at all. Don't you dare mess with Robin at all. So look, but let me just see. Let me answer a few questions. Okay, let me flick through. France is overrated. Yep, they are slightly overrated. Benzema is a brick. Benzema is a brick for Real Madrid, but for France, he's good. You've got to admit that for France, he's the guy's top. The guy's tops. Pogba, I don't know, man. Look, man, Pogba, I believe that if Pogba doesn't play well, France are screwed. They have to figure out a way of getting the best out of Pogba. Because if they don't get the best out of Pogba, in my opinion, they are screwed. So you don't judge Benzema on Real Madrid. Benzema for France is a different beast. 8 goals? No. Under. Griezmann is not getting up to 8 goals, so definitely under for that. No way. No, Croatia are a dark horse. I mean, you can't call Croatia like favorites, because Croatians have always they've always underperformed. But the last time Croatia really did well at the World Cup was way back in 98, like 20 years ago. Neymar, how do you? So Forlan, Itruji. We just okay. Let me answer one good question now. One good question. Let me make it a good one. Yeah, I think I mentioned this in the other previous video that I did that had sound issues. I'd have given it to Morocco. Explain to me why the country is high risk. I'm not a fan of co-hosts. I was not a fan of the whole Japan South Korea thing. I think even the Japanese guys were like, okay, look, why can't you just give it to Japan? South Koreans were like, we're going to give it to South Korea. Three countries. Is football big in Canada? Let's just be real right now. Like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, is football big in Canada? Sorry, I don't care. I know a lot of Canadians, a lot of them. The number one sport in Canada is ice hockey, and they're no, I believe they are the best ice hockey. No, yeah, they're the best ice hockey team in the world. As of right now, Canada are the best ice hockey team in the world, and I think based on history, I think Canada are historically the best ice hockey team in the world. So 100% ice hockey is the number one sport in Canada. I know North Africans. I watched the Nations Cup. Football is the number one sport in North African countries. In Africa, really, but especially in North Africa, it's the number one sport, and it is the number one sport in Morocco. Morocco would have 100% embraced that World Cup, and it is a lovely, beautiful city. But as I said again, congrats, because maybe they'll put more. Maybe America, Mexico, and Canada will put on an amazing, unique, interesting show. They will sort out the travel and they'll make it a very nice, entertaining experience. But I would have liked it, give Africa another one. So what? Africa are now going to have only one flipping World Cup and that's it. And even that one, they were complaining and saying that South Africa shouldn't host it. And I don't care what anybody says. South Africa, the World Cup quality was crap, but the hosting was amazing. I loved the facilities. The atmosphere was absolutely amazing in South Africa because Africa just has that vibe. Africa has that vibe that no other continent has. Africa just has that vibe. I don't care. South America, Europe. I'm sorry. The vibe and atmosphere and aura and feeling you get in Africa is not like any other continent, man. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. So, guys, let's roll through. So yeah, watch for my previews and my post for the World Cup. Peace out. Stay true. Let's hit it.